Welcome, the learner. Today, we are diving deep into a topic that affects every single person working in medicine. We're talking about recognizing and managing burnout.
Hmm.
But we're looking at it through a very specific, very high-stakes lens, the one the MSRA situational judgment test uses.
Right.
We've got this amazing, highly structured material from some UK GP educators, and it's designed to just cut through all the noise. It's about giving you the GMC-aligned, exam-focused answers, making safe decisions for patients, and, for yourself, too.
Exactly. The mission today is to, well, fundamentally shift your thinking. We're not really here to talk about relaxation techniques. We're here to give you the exact professional framework that GMC rewards.
So moving away from that whole pushing through culture.
Precisely. From stoicism to a focus on safety escalation and structured help seeking.
Okay, let's just jump right in with a classic scenario, the kind that SJT just loves. So imagine this. You are deep into a night shift, it's 3 in the morning, you are completely drained, irritable, and you've just caught yourself making your second prescribing slip. A clear near miss.
That feeling.
Your heart starts pounding. What is the first thing you do? We're going to use that exact dilemma to anchor everything today so you walk away knowing the highest scoring move.
Okay, let's unpack that. And we have to start with the official definition because this detail is, it's critical for getting high scores.
Yeah.
What's really fascinating is how the World Health Organization, the WHO, defines burnout in the ICD-11.
Right.
It is not a medical diagnosis. It's not like depression or anxiety. It is, and this is the key phrase, an occupational phenomenon.
That distinction is so important, isn't it?
It's everything.
Because if it's an occupational phenomenon, that means it's coming from chronic, unmanaged stress, specifically at work.
Yes. It immediately takes away this idea that it's some kind of personal failing. It reframes the problem. It makes it systemic, not just individual. And the source material gives us a brilliant memory aid for this. They call it the 3Ds.
The 3Ds, okay, let's run through them because this is like the diagnostic filter you need for an SJT scenario.
So the first D is drain. This is that core feeling of energy depletion, of just persistent exhaustion. It's more than being tired. It's a deep fatigue that rest doesn't fix.
Okay, so drain. What's the second D?
The second is distance. This is that increased mental distance you feel from your job, maybe cynicism, negativity. You just stop caring about things you used to be passionate about.
And the third D, this is the one that really impacts patient care, is the drop in efficacy.
That's the one. Reduced professional performance, you can't concentrate, and most importantly for us, you start making errors or near misses. If you've got drain, distance, and a drop in performance, that's the classic picture of occupational burnout.
So quick question then. If I'm just feeling run down after a tough run of nights, but I'm still focused, still engaged with the job, is that burnout?
Probably not yet. That's more likely fatigue. The SJT scores you highly for spotting the difference, because the full triad, especially that drop in efficacy, is the real alarm bell. It means patient safety is now on the line, and your duty is to act before that fatigue causes a major error.
And this action isn't just a good idea, it's a professional duty.
Absolutely. This links directly into Good Medical Practice, the 2024 version. The GMC explicitly says doctors must recognize and work within your limits. It's completely non-negotiable.
But it's so hard. I mean, the peer pressure, the whole culture of medicine is to just show up, be strong, never admit you can't cope.
I know. And that's where you have to kick it to the bigger picture. You're not just an individual. You're a professional in a system. That system has duties, too. This is where the health and safety executive, the HSE stress duties for employers come in.
Ah, the HSE management standards. This is what proves it's a systemic issue, right?
Precisely. The HSE has 6 standards for employers: demands, control, support, relationships, role, and change. So when you speak up and say the demands are too high or the support isn't there, you're professionally asking the system to fulfill its duty. It lines up perfectly with your GMC duty to work safely. It's not weakness, it's professional maturity.
Wow, that completely reframes it. You're not complaining, you're engaging in risk management. Okay, so let's get technical on the scoring logic. What does the SJT actually reward?
It rewards 3 specific things. First, prioritizing safety over stoicism. You have to escalate risk immediately. Second, help seeking and boundary setting. That means clearly stating your limits and using formal resources.
And the third one, the one I think people forget in the heat of the moment, is planning and documentation.
Absolutely. The highest scores go to candidates who not only act, but also document their plan and set a review date. It closes the safety loop. If you do those 3 things, escalate, seek help, and document, you're heading for a high mark.
Okay, this brings us to the really high yield part. the practical, step-by-step response to our 3 a.m. nightmare scenario. The material insists on a structured process. First, next, last.
Yep. And step one is pretty basic. Notice signs. That persistent exhaustion, dreading work, and crucially making errors or near misses. That second prescribing slip is the ultimate red flag.
So you've noticed the signs. What is the first professional action, the one that scores the most points?
Step two, protect safety. This is the first action. You have to pause. Do not continue with high-risk tasks. You immediately escalate the workload risk to your senior or the nurse in charge. That is the highest scoring immediate move.
But what if you are the most senior person there, or the NIC is just as swamped as you are? The real world is messy.
Great question. The SJT loves testing that. But the rule is the same. You pause and you escalate up the chain. Even if the consultant's at home, you call them. You state clearly, I am concerned my fatigue is a risk to patient safety. I need to pause and offload these critical tasks now. You make the risk visible to the system, you don't hide it.
So the answer to the 3 a.m. dilemma is immediate vocal escalation and pausing high-risk work.
Exactly. Then step three, get help. Once the immediate danger is past, you get formal support. That means your educational supervisor or occupational health. And you absolutely must know this resource, NHS Practitioner Health.
That's the confidential one, right?
Yes, it's a dedicated mental health service just for NHS staff in England. It's completely confidential, bypassing your local trusts so you can be totally honest. It shows proactive, professional behavior.
Okay, that's crucial. What's step 4?
Step 4 is adjust work. This is where you set boundaries. Prioritize the high-risk jobs like reviewing a patient with a high NWSA2 score and defer the non-urgent stuff. Maybe request a temporary rota change.
And the final step?
Step 5. Record and review. Document the plan, set a specific review date with your supervisor, and keep reflecting. It shows you've managed the risk sustainably.
Okay, now for the really interesting bit, the red flags, the points of no return.
Right. These demand immediate intervention. They are persistent errors or near misses, being unable to focus on precision tasks like prescribing, severe distress or sleep loss, or, of course, any thoughts of self-harm. If you are unsafe to practice, you must stop, step away, and escalate. The duty to patient safety overrides everything else.
That is such a clear framework. But under exam pressure, it can be hard to remember.
Which is why the source provides a fantastic mnemonic to make it all stick. Early.
Early. I like that. It's concise, action-oriented. Break it down for us.
So E is for escalate risk to your senior or the NIC. A is for adjust your workload, offloading high-risk tasks. R is for reach out for formal help supervisor. O, H, Practitioner Health. L is for look after self the basics like hydration and short breaks. And Y is for your plan documented with a review date set.
That's a brilliant tool. Okay, now we have to tackle the traps. The SJT is designed to catch you out by appealing to that stoic medical culture. Let's dissect the low-scoring trap answers.
The biggest trap is rooted in pride or fear. The worst answers are always the ones that hide the risk. So things like push through or keep quiet and work faster. It scores terribly because you are knowingly increasing the risk of a catastrophic error. You're putting your own image above patient safety.
It's so tempting, though, isn't it? You feel guilty about letting the team down.
You do, but you have to remember the GMC's view. A critical error is far worse for everyone, the patient, your colleagues, your career, than the awkwardness of admitting you've hit a limit. Honesty about your limits is the highest professional standard.
What about the really unprofessional options, the defensive ones?
Yeah, you never choose answers like hide concerns from your supervisor or blame colleagues. They show zero insight. And the absolute lowest score always is leave the ward without telling anyone. That's patient abandonment. It's completely unsafe.
And what about the subtle traps, the ones that seem proactive but are actually a form of avoidance?
Yes, like starting a side project, maybe an audit, to feel better or regain a sense of control. It's a trap because it avoids the immediate safety risk right in front of you. The golden rule is speak up, get help, make a plan.
Oh, so let's flip it. What should you say? Let's give some model phrases that would score really highly.
Be direct, professional, and safety-focused. So instead of I'm tired, you say, I'm concerned my fatigue is affecting patient care. Can we redistribute the bleeps and review the sickest patients now? It immediately frames it as a safety issue.
And for seeking formal help.
A top-scoring phrase would be something like, following this near miss, I'm going to self-refer to NHS Practitioner Health and discuss temporary adjustments with occupational health and my supervisor. It shows you know the systems and you're taking ownership.
Perfect. Let's do a quick drill. A rapid-fire round using the if X, O, do Y rules from the material. Ready. If you notice slips or signs of burnout.
Tell the NIC or your senior immediately and pause high-risk tasks.
If patient safety is definitely at risk, you feel impaired.
Reassign critical tasks like prescribing and take a brief, immediate pause.
If you need confidential, long-term support.
Contact Occupational Health or NHS Practitioner Health.
And if you adjust your workload with a supervisor.
Document the plan and set a specific review time.
That just makes it so clear. Okay, let's boil it all down. What are the 3 main points you should take away from this?
First, safety always beats stoicism. Escalate early and honestly. Never hide risk. Second, your immediate priority is to reassign high-risk tasks and take a brief pause. And third, use formal support like OH or Practitioner Health, and always document your plan with a review date.
You know, this isn't just about an exam, is it? It's about learning how to set professional boundaries for your entire career. The real takeaway here is that asking for things like flexible working is not just reasonable, it's professionally expected when it's linked to safe practice.
Absolutely. We've covered the official definition, the 3Ds, the GMC mandate, and that crucial early action plan. Understanding why stoicism scores so poorly is the key to passing the SJT and, frankly, having a sustainable career.
And if you found this very structured, GMC-aligned approach useful and you're prepping for the MSRA, you should definitely check out the resources over at passsra.com. They provided the incredibly detailed material that we've based this on today. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, here's a provocative thought to carry with you. If burnout is officially an occupational phenomenon caused by chronic unmanaged stress, what are the 3 most high-yield systemic changes, beyond just hiring more people, that an employer can make to score highest against those HSE management standards and ensure long-term staff safety? Think about that until next time.